Hello Starlets, I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet. Welcome to my channel. We're bringing a little bit of glamour to everyday life. If you want to join my Starlet squad, be sure you hit that subscribe button. Today I am talking about lipsticks. If you're not familiar with how my makeup collection video reviews work, basically I take a particular product, in this case mid-priced lipsticks. I test a different one each day for however many days I have the product. I show you applying them, giving you a first impression, and then I give you an update throughout the day on how I like the product after wearing it for an entire day. Then at the end of the video, I will be giving you my A-list and D-list products, so be sure you stay tuned for that. Today, I'm talking about lipsticks. I have a video on liquid lipsticks, which I have to say, liquid lipsticks kind of have my heart. As much as I love the act of applying a traditional lipstick, it just has that very like glamorous, sensual feel. Liquid lipsticks have kind of won me over, and I haven't been wearing a lot of regular lipsticks since liquid lipsticks came into my life. I have reviewed liquid lipsticks to tell you my favorite formulas, but I have also been trying to test out regular lipsticks. So I have a whole video on testing drugstore lipsticks, and I have a whole video on my MAC lipstick collection because I have so many of those, I felt like they needed their own video. These are basically my mid-priced lipsticks. I'm actually going to do another video on like my luxury high-end because I have a few lipsticks that are just insanely expensive. So these are kind of all like sort of mid-price range. So if you want to see my mid-priced lipstick collection and which ones worked and which ones didn't, then just keep watching. Okay, so today's lipstick is one that I actually bought a while ago and I don't think I've ever worn this. I saw another YouTuber wear this and I don't remember who it was. I remember seeing this color on someone and being like, oh my god, what is that color? And I looked in like their description box and it was the CLINIQUE Pop Lip Colour in Cherry Pop. So it's like, I have to get this. I don't think I've actually ever worn this. Nope, doesn't have any wear. It was like, it was one of those things I had to have and then I just never touched it. So, we'll see. This goes on super creamy. Like a really smooth, nice application. Little messy though. Maybe with a lip liner, but it's kind of hard to get a nice, like even application. I'm having a little trouble keeping it from getting messy. Beautiful color though. I love, love, love this color. But because it went on so creamy and it does feel nice on the lips, like it feels very comfortable, but I'm a little worried it's not gonna last very long. Wear this throughout the day, see how it holds up. Okay, lipstick. I'm actually pretty impressed with how well this held up, although to be honest, I didn't really eat too much that was very messy today. I mean, they feel matte now, they feel a little drier now, but like most of the day they felt like, not glossy, but just almost like plump. Like, I mean, I don't know if plump's the right word. They felt juicy maybe. I don't know what the word is, but I liked the effect. Like, it wasn't glossy, but it almost had that plumping effect of gloss. But it wasn't like a, I mean, it's not like a minty plumping kind of thing. I don't know, overall, I'm kind of impressed. Like, I like the color. I like how well it held up, and I feel like, yeah, I liked the effect it gave my lips. Like, my lips looked sensual. I don't really know what the word is. I don't know what these words I'm throwing out are, but overall I like the lipstick. All I'm saying. Okay, so today's lipstick is bareMinerals. I got this in my Gen Beauty gift bag. There's really like no other wording on here, so I don't know anything else about this lipstick. It's in the shade Crave. It's kind of got like, I don't know, I like my traditional lipstick shape. So, never worn this. See how it works. Okay, this feels much more like a gloss than a lipstick to me. Like, it feels like I'm applying a gloss. Like, it's very shiny, it's not very pigmented. Pretty, but it's very glossy. I haven't exactly been the biggest fan of bareMinerals. Everything I've tried from them, I've kind of been like, eh. Yeah, it's not very pigmented. Most of it blots off. I'm gonna wear it throughout the day. I'll update you a little bit later. Let you know how it holds up. Okay, lipstick update. It's pretty much gone. I don't know, I don't really have too much to say about this lipstick. I wasn't that excited about it in the beginning, and I'm not really crazy about it. It didn't last very long, didn't do much. I mean, it did feel comfortable, and if you're somebody who likes a glossier formula, you know, or like you like a gloss, you don't like lipstick, this might feel nice to you because it has more of a glossy feel, but I'm not that person, so I'm just not really excited about it. Okay, so today's lip product I've never tried before, but this was actually gifted to me at Gen Beauty. It is the Makeup Forever Artist Rouge Cream. I don't think I've tried any of their lipsticks before. This is their cream formula. I think I have a matte formula from them that I'll be trying a different day. And this is in the shade C211, C211. I like this on better than I thought I would. Just looking at the color in the package, I thought this was going to be a little bit too browny for me. I actually got a little bit more of a violet-y tone to it. It goes on quite creamy. Pretty color, feels comfortable. It felt like it applied really smoothly, like butter. So I'm gonna wear this throughout the day and I will update you a little bit later to see how it holds up. Okay, lipstick update. This wore off like big time. It was so messy when I was like eating throughout the day. It was like, it was getting on everything. It was just, it felt so messy and like it was all over my mug. And I mean, it didn't actually like seem to transfer or bleed or anything like around my face or on my mouth or anything, but it's definitely faded off in the center and it did not take that much for it to do it. So, well, I do think it's a pretty color. I like the way it applied. It felt like smooth and creamy, although my lips do still feel dry, even though it was such a creamy formula and it didn't last. It still feels kind of drying on the lips. So, I mean, maybe I might use this for like layering with other things, but overall, I'm kind of like not crazy about the formula. Okay, so today's lipstick is another Makeup Forever. This is the Artist Rouge in Matte. It's the M401. And this was also gifted to me, I believe, at Gen Beauty. We're gonna try the matte version today and see how we like it. This has like a, it's not like a taste because I'm not eating it. But you know, sometimes you get that like feeling in your mouth with the lipstick, almost like you're inhaling it. But I don't know, it's a weird thing, but it's very lipsticky. That probably made no sense, but that's to me. Beautiful color. I'm really loving this color. It doesn't go on quite as creamy as the cream yesterday, which is to be expected because it's more of a matte. I like the shape because it's got this very pointed end, so you can kind of really get in the corners. It's feeling a little heavy though. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a heavy feeling. I like the way it applied. I like the shape of it. I love this color. And it feels a little heavy on the lips. So I don't know. I'm going to wear this throughout the day and let you know. Okay, lipstick update. This held up much better than yesterday. I didn't find it as messy, although it was still kind of messy. You know, it doesn't feel as dry, but it feels a little heavy. I love the color. It's not bad, but I feel like there's better options out there for matte lipsticks. So, well, I do think it's okay. I mean, it's kind of faded in the corners here. It's okay. I just think that there's better options out there. Okay, so today's lipstick is from Make Cosmetics. My camera's falling over. It's from Make Cosmetics. I got this, I believe, in my Gen Beauty bag. It's in, I actually never even heard of them before. And this is the shade Magma. Magma. I feel like that's an Austin Powers line. It's very orangey. So, I think this is the only shade I have from them. So, it's a very odd shape. Give it a try. Okay, it's a little awkward to use a shape like this because it's so square. And I guess because it's got some angles, it kind of works in the corners, but I don't know. I think it takes a little getting used to. It doesn't go on very smooth and creamy, yet it doesn't feel like a matte. I don't know. It feels a little odd. Don't hate it, but I don't know if I'm in love with it. But I'm going to wear this throughout the day. Check it a little bit later. Let you know how it holds up. Okay, lipstick update. This line around the outer edge has really held on tight because I've actually... I don't know, I've been pretty rough on my lipstick today, and yeah, but the center part faded off like almost instantly, and I didn't really like the formula to begin with. Just didn't like the way it sat on my lips, and like it felt like it wasn't quite matte, but it wasn't quite cream. I don't know, I'm not a fan of this one. The color was pretty, like it was springy, it was fun, but as far as the formulation, I'm not crazy about it. Okay, so today's lipstick is actually the Bobbi Brown Rich Lip Color in the shade Old Hollywood, because I couldn't resist the shade name, not gonna lie. I bought this like forever ago, mainly because of the shade name, and I was buying stuff at Bobbi Brown, and I was like, I like the shade name, I'll give it a try. I never actually worn it though. I think around the time I bought this was when I discovered liquid lipsticks and was just only wearing those exclusively, so that's why I never picked this one up, but excited to try it. Much more traditional lipstick shape. It wasn't coming out very pigmented at first. It was just very like patchy and sheer, but the color's building up nicely. It feels very creamy. It's still not super pigmented though. It's lightweight enough though, so it feels like you can layer it. Now it's feeling a bit more pigmented. It's still not heavily pigmented, but it still feels somewhat pigmented, and it feels very creamy. It's a very creamy formula. I like the color a lot. I'm gonna wear this throughout the day. I'll let you know how it holds up. Okay, lipstick update. Here's the weird thing about this lipstick is I had a snack and I had a salad with dressing. I had my usual kind of like afternoon food. And it didn't seem like it was coming off on everything like what like a bright lipstick normally would. So I was like, wow, this must be really lasting a long time. And then like I gave my husband a kiss and like I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna get lipstick on you. He's like, whatever. But I hadn't looked in the mirror until like after that. And then I was like, oh, I guess it didn't last because it's literally like all worn off in the center. It's like only on the outside. But here's the thing, like I didn't see it rub off on anything. So I'm like, where did it go? Almost like it just evaporated or something. I don't know. It's weird, but it's clearly not a long-lasting formula. So while it was a really pretty color, and when I first put it on and then I looked at myself in the mirror, I was like, I like this color. It's really pretty. It is not long-lasting at all. So, I mean, I'll give it props for the color. It did feel nice putting it on, but yeah, it's not a long-lasting formula. Okay, so today's lipstick is actually a sample that I got, but you can buy these in full size. This is the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick in Gazpacho. And here's the thing about Bite Beauty, everything that they make is supposed to be food grade, which it makes sense because they make lip products, and whatever's on your lips is going to eventually end up in your mouth. And I feel like when I hear that companies are doing that, I think to myself, how much non-food product have I actually ingested from other lip products? But you know what? Kudos to Bite Beauty for making it safe for us. This goes on very smooth and creamy. This is a sample size, so it's a little awkward to work with. I think it's because it's so small, but it's going on so creamy. It's almost feeling like it could get really messy. It's almost too soft to work with, I feel like. All right, it's a beautiful color, but it's a little too creamy. It can get away from you. Very pigmented though. Feels a little heavy, but not too bad. It's obviously not a super matte formula. It's a little bit more of a creamier consistency. I'm going to wear this throughout the day, and I will update you a little bit later and let you know how it holds up. Okay, lipstick update. I was surprised. This was actually pretty messy. Like when I was drinking with my tea and I had a salad with dressing, and I thought this was really messy, but I mean, it has faded in the center, I will say, but I don't know. It still looks pretty decent. I don't know. I was kind of surprised because so much of it was coming off like on my mug and my napkin, and I was just sort of like, oh, this is gonna be gone. And I don't know. Held up surprisingly well. Okay, so today's lipstick is the Lord & Berry semi-matte lipstick. I guess it's called the Vogue semi-matte lipstick in Cupid. It's there's like a lot of words here, and I feel like I get confused if the shade is Vogue or the shade is Cupid. I'll leave a link below though to all of these, so you'll be able to find it. This was actually sent to me by a company called Be Glowing. I actually have like a whole review video and stuff about them and the stuff that they sent me. I'll link that video to this one. This was one of the lipsticks they sent me. I don't remember if I tried this in the original video or not, but I'm gonna give this shade a try. Lord & Berry, I believe, is like a UK brand that now is available in some places like Be Glowing in the US. So it's gonna sound weird, but it feels like a large lipstick. Like when I'm applying it, like it looks regular size, but when I'm actually applying it, it feels quite large. I don't know, it's hard to work with. It's a nice color though. A little bit more of a fall color. It goes on smooth. It says semi-matte, which I get. Hopefully you get the benefits of longevity with the matte, but it's less drying because it's semi-matte, hopefully. I think it was a little difficult to get an even application. Nice pigment though, nice color. It was like it was a wide, it does not look unusual, but applying it, it feels like it's just a little bit too wide, like the shape of it. Maybe because I've just been testing too many lipsticks, too many days, and everything is starting to feel really weird, but yeah, I'm gonna wear this throughout the day, and I'll update you a little bit later, see how it wears. Okay, the lipstick. I have to say, I mean, this held up better than I expected it to. It's semi-matte, but it feels very dry. It did last longer, I think. I don't know, it wasn't like messy to wear. It has faded quite a bit, but my lips just feel so dry. And for something that's only a semi-matte, I kind of feel like I'm impressed, that a semi-matte would have this much longevity. I'm like, it's like, why would it be that drying if it's only semi-matte? I don't know. So I don't want to hate it, but it's not gonna be like on a favorites list, I don't think. Okay, so today's lipstick is a sample that I got, I believe, from Sephora. It is the Urban Decay cream formula in the shade Venom. I think this is actually the only Urban Decay lipstick that I own. I'm excited to try it out. This is much more of a fall color, but hey, I got it as a sample, so. And I probably got it as a sample in the fall, so. What are you gonna do? Okay, this is very pigmented. It's got a lot of pull to it for something that's a cream. I usually expect cream formulas to be a little bit smoother. I mean, it's hard to tell because this is obviously a smaller size, so it's a sample, but a little tricky to apply. I mean, it's a really dark color and it's a smaller tube, so it gets a little messy. Really not the right color for this time of the year, but I mean, the pigment is amazing and it is a beautiful color. Feels lightweight on the lips, although it feels stiffer than I would expect a cream formula to be, but maybe that means it'll last longer. Yeah, I could see myself rocking this more in the fall, winter, but right now I'm gonna look a little silly in the spring. But you know what? We're gonna go with it. So I'm gonna wear this throughout the day, check it a little bit later, and let you know how it holds up. This actually isn't too bad. I mean, it definitely did wear off in the center. You know, I mean, I had tea. It wasn't super messy, like getting all over my mug or anything like that. I did have a snack. It wasn't really a messy snack or anything though. My lips do feel a little dry, but you know, it feels pretty lightweight. It feels pretty comfortable. I did notice after I applied it that it actually has almost like a, it's not a shimmer, but it's almost like a luminescence to it. Like it was like luminous. So it's really pretty color, but definitely more appropriate for fall. You know, I mean, there is some wear on it, but I do have to say I'm pretty impressed with how well it held up. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna run out and buy more, but I do see myself possibly wearing this come fall, winter time. So I think it's good. I don't know if I'm like, you know, again, jumping up and down to buy more, but you know, I do think it's pretty good. Okay, so today's lipstick is the NARS Lipstick. I've got the shade Jungle Red. And I have this in a few shades, but I wanted to go with the brightest one. I'm gonna test, I think, the Audacious lipsticks in like my luxury lipstick collection because they're a much higher price point. So I wanted to do a regular lipstick. I've used this color before, but I think a while ago, and I think I got rid of it because it was like a really, really old, and I bought this not too long ago, and I haven't actually used this one in particular, so this is actually a new package, but I have used this color before. Because this is new, it's a little stiff feeling, not quite as creamy as some of my others. It does kind of soften up though as you're using it. It's a pretty red. I do feel like people always list this as being like the most universally flattering red, and maybe it is. Like this might work on a lot of different skin tones, but I like it. I just don't know if this is like my favorite shade of red that I own. Because it has like a warmth, but it's not super warm. It has like a cool, but not super cool. I don't know. I like it. I just don't know if this is like my favorite red shade that I've ever worn. Feels nice though. Even though it went on a little stiff and it got creamier as I was using it, feels very lightweight. The shape is easy to use. Definitely like the NARS lipsticks, but I'm gonna wear this throughout the day. Let you know how it holds up. Okay, lipstick update. It's been like brutally hot today. And I have to admit I haven't had as much to eat as I normally do at this point in the day because I've been so busy. This has held up really well though. It's definitely matte and my lips do feel a little bit dry, but because this is so lightweight, I don't really feel like I'm wearing it. It's just a very comfortable formula to wear, even as a matte formula. It's faded pretty evenly, I would say. It's not my favorite red, but I mean, that's just shade. But I do think that like, I mean, NARS lipsticks are classic for a reason. I like the way they apply, I like the way it feels, and I think, I mean, probably if I had had a messier meal, it would be more faded, but I definitely think that this is, I'm definitely happy with this lipstick. Okay, so today, I think this is the last of my, like, mid-priced lipsticks. It's a sample size I got when I bought, I think actually from the Kat Von D website, I bought some liquid lipsticks and I got this as a sample. It is in the shade Lovecraft. It is her, it's a sample, the writing is so tiny. It's Studded Kiss lipstick. Cute packaging, gotta say. It's like all studs and stuff. This is a sample size. They do have bigger sizes, but this is the only one I have, so I'm gonna try this one out. Okay, it's more of a nude, so it's not gonna like pop as much as some of the reds and won't be able to see it quite as much, but it's not super pigmented, but I kind of like that. I have this shade in the liquid lipstick and I wasn't totally in love with the way it looked on me. And I feel like this is a little bit more of a subtle color. These kind of like mauve-y nudes and stuff, like they can look good on me and they can go really wrong. This I actually like. It's not overly pigmented though, but it's very lightweight. It feels very creamy. Very easy to apply, although this is a sample size, so the bigger size, it's hard to tell, but applies really well, feels really nice. I think I like this. But I'm gonna wear it throughout the day. I'll let you know how it holds up. You know, it's hard to really tell because it was such a neutral color. It's still there on the edges. It didn't feel especially messy, and that might be because it's a lighter color, but I didn't find it to be especially messy. Feels a little drying. It's definitely more of a matte formula. Not overly pigmented, but I do feel like it faded pretty gradually, so I didn't get like a lot of messiness or anything. Felt somewhat comfortable, but if you don't like mattes and you're really sensitive to dryness, it might not be for you, but I didn't find it overly matte or uncomfortable. Just more on the matte dry side than not. Overall, I feel like I would try other colors from this line. I'm not gonna run out and get a whole bunch of them, but you know, I do think it's a decent lipstick. And those were my lipsticks. Now for my A-list and D-list. As far as A-list goes, I have to say my favorite formula was probably the NARS. This Jungle Red I don't think is my favorite shade. It's definitely not my favorite red shade. But I do have several NARS lipsticks and I do feel like they kind of never let you down. I mean, they don't have the long-lastingness of a liquid lipstick, but as far as lipsticks go, they're quite impressive, and I do think that they're legendary for a reason. I also want to give a shout out to two that I pretty much tested for the first time in this video that did impress me. The CLINIQUE Pop Lip Colour in a Cherry Pop. I love the shade. I thought that this actually lasted quite a while. I mean, I don't know if I would, you know, like this isn't making me want to just like give up my liquid lipsticks, but none of them really are making me want to give up my liquid lipsticks. But I did really enjoy this. I think it held up better than I expected it to. I also really liked this. It was just a sample, but I like the Kat Von D, the Studded Kiss. I thought this was a pretty good formula. I thought it held up pretty well. Packaging is just absolutely A+. Some that I don't necessarily think are like the greatest, but I do think that they impressed me. The Urban Decay cream lipstick in Venom, I think because it just had this beautiful like luminescence to it. In the fall it would be such a beautiful color, and I do think it had decent staying power. And the Bite Beauty, like I really like the idea of the Bite Beauty, the fact that everything is food grade and safe. This actually, I mean again, this one's a sample too, but I was impressed with the longevity, but it was really messy. So while I don't know if it was a favorite, I think it was better than average, I would say. As far as D-list, honestly like the rest of them really weren't impressing me all that much, but the ones that I think I liked the least were the bareMinerals. I didn't like the application of it. It was too much like a glossy type thing, and it didn't have any staying power, and I was not that impressed with this one. And then the Make Beauty, or I don't know, Magma is a cool color, but they were trying to go really crazy with the shape of this, and I mean it is very intricate with like actually engraving the M in it. I mean this is a very like intricate packaging here. I just don't think it works all that well in the actual application process, and didn't really have much staying power, didn't really last that long. I just wasn't that impressed with these. But I want to know what lipstick formulas you love and which ones you hate, so let me know. Leave those in the comment section below. If you have any makeup products that you would like me to test out, either individual or like a collection of them, please leave those in the comment section below too. I love to hear from you. I love your suggestions. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. A while back I was suffering from anxiety and depression, and I truly believe that beauty and makeup saved my life, and I believe it can save yours too. So if you want to join my Starlet squad, be sure you hit that subscribe button. You can follow me on all my social media channels. The links will all be in the description box below, along with links to all these lipsticks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you join me next time.